Okay, welcome to lesson 40, the last lesson of this series. So in this lesson, I just analyze an example about functions and some terms related to functions. So first, let's find global variables. So the ones which are outside all the functions, which are defined outside all the functions. So here we have nums, which has been declared outside of all functions. So if we consider nums as a variable, we can say it's a global variable because it's outside of all functions, here f1 and f2. But you should know that in Python, everything is an object. What about global variable? The ones which are defined inside a function. So here we have just total. What else? We don't have anything in f2, so total is a local variable. So the next one is formal parameters. So parameters in the header of the function. So here we have the header, here we have the header, and the parameters inside parentheses are formal parameters. So here we have L, so we just write L as the formal parameter. Now the next one is, the next one is actual arguments. The arguments in a function call. So first we have to find the function calls. Here we have one function call, f1 of L, and another function call in the main program, f2 of nums. So L, nums are both actual arguments, L and num. So what about the header of the function? So let's say headers. So here we have def, f1, L, and another header is def f2, L. So what else? What about the general type of these two functions? So the first one has a return statement, return total. So we want to return a value. So this is a value returning function. So whatever you see here is about a value returning function. What about the second one? We have f2. So here we don't return anything. So this one is a non-value returning function. So what is the purpose of this program? So here we pass this list called nums to a function named f2. So we go to f2 and then we have a for loop. We want to iterate through the whole list one by one. So we want to visit all the elements. If the element is an even element, we have to add the sum of all the elements to the element, to the current element, which is an even element. So I will show you the first two iterations. So let's go to f2. So for I in range len of L, how many elements do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8, so the length is 8. Starting value is 0, and the last value is 7. So from 0 up to 7, including 7. So this 8 here is exclusive. because the last index is len of the list minus 1, right? So for I0, L0, it means this item here, 1, mod 2 equals 0. Is it an even number? Definitely not. So here we don't change anything. Now I becomes 1. Now we are here, 0. So L0 mod 2 equals 0. 0 mod 2 equals 0. Yes. 0 equals 0. So we have to add something. We have to add sum of all the elements to 0. So here we have a function call. Now let's go to the function f1. So total equals 0. So hopefully you remember total is our empty box or our empty container with this label total. So equals 0, we don't have anything inside the box, right? So for I in range len of L, so again length is 8, starting value is 0. So total plus equal L of 0, which is 1, and then 0, and then 10. So the sum of all these elements in the list. So if you add them up, 1 plus 0 is 1, 1 plus 10, 11, 11 plus 3, 14, 14 plus 7, 21, 21 plus 5, 26, 26 plus 2, 28, and 28 plus 4 is 32. So here, 32. So no need to show all the iterations. Now we have to add 32 to 0. But first, it's a value returning function. The value of total is 32. So we return 32. Once we return a statement, we have to go back to the function call here. And you replace the function call with this value, 32. So now we have 32. L of 1 plus equal 32. So we add 32 to 0, it becomes 32, right? 0 plus 32 is 32. Now let's say I becomes 2. Now we are talking about this number, number 10. So 10 mod 2 equals 0. Yes, 10 is an even number. Now we have to add sum of all the elements to 10. But be careful, this part is a bit tricky. Here we have a new element because we have updated the value of 0. Now we have 1, 32, 10. So here the function call. Now you go back to the function. You have to go to the function because we have a function call. Again, now let's have a new box. Total, again, 0. You start from 0 again for I in range 8. So total plus equal L of I. So we have 32, not 0 anymore. So 1 plus 32 is 33. 33 plus 10 is 43. 43 plus 6 plus 3 is 46. 46 plus 7 is 53. 53 plus 5 is 58. 58 plus 2 is 60. So we get 64, right? So here total becomes 64 after 8 iterations. And then we return 64. So we have reached return statement. Now we have to go back to the function call. Now you replace this function call with this value, 64. Now we have to add 64 to 10. And it becomes 74, right? So as you can see, we are changing the list. We are modifying the list because list is changeable or list is mutable. Unlike tuples, lists are mutable. So you can modify or change the values of a list, or you can remove some elements from a list. So you continue like this and you'll get a totally different list. So hopefully it was clear. Hopefully this series was helpful for you. Take care and bye bye.